You are being treated cheaply because you have put yourself on sale. This is a brutal truth, but it is the only place we can start if you want to change your life. Look at the way people interact with you. Do they interrupt you? Do they cancel plans with you at the last minute? Do they ask you for favors without ever offering anything in return? Do they feel comfortable disrespecting your boundaries? If the answer is yes, it is not because they are all terrible people. It is because you have signaled to them through 1,000 tiny subconscious behaviors that your value is low. You have signaled that you are abundant, that you are easy to acquire, and that you are afraid to lose them. In the ruthless marketplace of human interaction, abundance creates contempt. Scarcity creates value. If you are always there, always smiling, always available, and always accommodating, you are like the air, essential perhaps, but completely ignored until you are gone. Today, we are going to change the price tag you have placed on your soul. We are going to apply the dark psychology of value, drawing from Robert Greene's 16th Law of Power and the cold logic of Machiavelli, to force the world to reassess your worth. You will learn how to stop being cheap and start being the prize that others must work to earn. The fundamental economic principle of supply and demand applies to your personality, just as much as it applies to gold or diamonds. Why is a diamond valuable? Is it because it is useful? No, water is useful. Diamonds are useless. But water is cheap because it is everywhere. And diamonds are expensive because they are rare. You have spent your life trying to be useful. You have tried to be the good guy, the reliable friend, the hard-working employee. You thought that by giving more you would receive more respect. But human nature does not work that way. Human nature is predatory. When you give too much, when you offer your presence for free, people do not think you are generous. They think you are desperate. They assume that if you are giving yourself away so easily, it must be because you have no other options. You become the cheap option, and nobody respects what is cheap. Nobody fears losing what is cheap. To force respect, you must artificially manufacture scarcity. You must become the diamond, hidden deep within the earth, requiring effort and pain to extract. The first step in this transformation is to understand the psychology of the open door. Most people live with their doors wide open. Anyone can walk in, anyone can take their time, and anyone can leave trash on the floor. You answer the phone on the first ring. You reply to texts instantly, even when you are busy. You say yes to events you don't want to attend because you are afraid of missing out or offending someone. This behavior screams insecurity. It tells the world, my time is not important. Your time is more important. From this moment on, you must close the door. You must become a fortress. Access to you is a privilege, not a right. When someone contacts you, do not reply immediately. Let them wait. Let them wonder what you are doing. In that gap of time, in that silence, value is created. They start to imagine that you are busy, that you are important, that you have a life that does not revolve around them. You are training them to wait for you. You are training them that your attention is a limited resource that is dispensed on your terms, not theirs. Robert Greene discusses the concept of the crown. If you walk with your head down, apologizing for your existence, people will step on you. If you walk with a sense of entitlement, acting as if you are already a king or a queen, people will treat you with a strange deference. This is Law 34, be royal in your own fashion. The cheap person is terrified of offending others. They are constantly adjusting their behavior to fit in, to be liked, to be nice. But niceness is often just a disguise for cowardice. You are nice because you are afraid of conflict. You are nice because you need their validation. The high-value individual is not nice. They are courteous but firm. They have standards. Imagine a luxury store like Hermes or Rolex. Do they have a sale? Do they beg you to buy their products? No, they have a waiting list. They might even refuse to sell to you if they don't. Think you represent the brand well? You must adopt this mentality. You are the luxury brand. You have a set of standards, values, behaviors, and levels of respect that are non-negotiable. If someone does not meet the price of admission, they do not get access to you. You do not lower your price to make a sale. You let the customer walk away. This brings us to the most painful part of being cheap: the fear of walking away. A cheap object is clingy. It sticks to you. A valuable object stands alone. The reason people disrespect you is that they know deep down that you will not leave. They know that no matter how badly they treat you, you will still be there tomorrow, hoping for a crumb of affection. You have given them all the leverage. To force respect, you must be willing to destroy the relationship. You must be willing to burn the bridge. This is the nuclear option of social dynamics. When you show someone that you are perfectly capable of surviving without them, that you are actually happy in your solitude, you terrify them. You shatter their control. The next time someone disrespects you, do not argue. Do not try to explain why your feelings are hurt. Explaining is weak. Explaining is negotiating. Instead, withdraw, go cold. Remove your presence entirely. Do not block them. That shows emotion. Just stop engaging. This absence is a vacuum. It forces them to confront life without you. And if you have been valuable, if you have been strong, they will feel that loss. They will realize that they cannot afford to lose you, and they will come back paying the full price. Let's analyze your communication style. Cheap people talk too much. They are uncomfortable with silence, so they fill it with nervous chatter. They overshare their secrets, their fears, and their weaknesses to people who have not earned that intimacy. They think that by opening up, they are building connection, but in reality, they are just boring the other person and giving them ammunition to use later. Law 4 says, always say less than necessary. Words are a currency. If you print too much money, inflation happens, and the value of the currency drops. If you speak too much, the value of your words drops. When you speak, it should be an event. It should be deliberate. Learn to answer questions with a few words. Learn to look people in the eye and say nothing. This silence makes you unpredictable. It makes you dangerous. People cannot manipulate what they cannot understand, and they cannot understand a man or woman who keeps their mouth shut. By withholding information, you force them to project their own fantasies onto you. You become a blank canvas, and they will paint you as more intelligent, more powerful, and more interesting than you actually are. Being cheap also manifests in how you handle disrespect disguised as humor. You know the situation. Someone makes a snide comment, a joke at your expense in front of a group. The cheap person laughs along awkwardly, trying not to ruin the vibe, or they get visibly upset and look sensitive. Both reactions are failures. They signal that you accept the frame that you are a target. The high-value response is deadpan silence. You stop what you are doing. You turn to them. You look them directly in the eyes with zero emotion, and you hold that gaze for 4 seconds. You do not smile. You do not speak. You let the silence become heavy. You let the room become awkward. By doing this, you are rejecting their gift of a joke. You are mirroring their disrespect with a wall of indifference. Usually they will crumble. They will look away. They will stutter. Or they will say, "I was just joking." You have asserted dominance without saying a word. You have shown that the price of disrespecting you is social humiliation. You must also examine your availability in terms of emotional support. Many of you are the therapist for your friends. You listen to their drama, their breakups, and their complaints for hours. You think this makes you a good friend. But ask yourself, do they listen to you? Or do they suddenly become busy when you have a problem? If the exchange is one-sided, you are not a friend. You are an emotional tampon. You are being used to absorb their toxicity, and then you are discarded. This makes you cheap. You must stop being a dumping ground for other people's problems. When someone starts launching into a long complaint, cut it short. I can see you're going through a lot, but I have to get back to work. Set a boundary. By refusing to engage in low-level drama, you signal that your mental space is a sanctuary. You are focused on higher things: growth, money, power, success. You do not have time for petty gossip. People will respect you more when they realize they cannot bring their garbage to your doorstep. Think about the concept of the prize in every interaction. There is a prize and there is a chaser. The chaser tries to impress, tries to qualify themselves, and tries to win approval. The prize sits back, evaluates, and judges. For your entire life, you have been the chaser. You have dressed to impress them. You have spoken to please them. You have worked to win them. It is time to flip the dynamic. You must believe with delusional confidence, if necessary, that you are the prize. You are the one with the vision, the discipline, and the future. They are lucky to be in your orbit. When you meet new people, do not try to make them like you. Instead, observe them and ask yourself, do I like them? Do they meet my standards? Are they worthy of my time? This subtle shift in mindset changes your micro-expressions. It changes your posture. It changes the tone of your voice. You stop leaning in. You stop seeking validation. You start assessing value. And ironically, the less you try to impress people, the more obsessed they become with impressing you. Another way you cheapen yourself is by apologizing for things that are not your fault. Sorry to bother you. Sorry for the late reply. Sorry. Can I just ask? Stop it. Apologies are admissions of guilt. When you apologize unnecessarily, you are submitting. You are lowering your status. Unless you have genuinely harmed someone or made a grave error, remove the word sorry from your vocabulary. Replace it with gratitude or directness. Instead of sorry I'm late, say thank you for waiting. Instead of sorry to bother you, say I have a quick question. This seems small, but language shapes reality. When you stop apologizing for taking up space, you signal that you have a right to be there. You signal that your existence is not a burden to others, but a blessing. The high-value individual moves through the world with a sense of purpose, not a sense of guilt. We must also talk about your neediness. Neediness is the most repulsive trait a human being can possess. It smells like decay. It repels people instantly. Neediness comes from an inner emptiness, a belief that you are not enough on your own, so you need someone else to complete you. You need their text to feel loved. You need their invitation to feel popular. This makes you a slave. To stop being cheap, you must become self-contained. You must build a life that is so rich, so challenging, and so exciting that a relationship or a friendship is just the cherry on top, not the whole cake. You must fall in love with your own solitude. When you are happy alone, you are invincible. You can walk away from any negotiation. You can walk away from any bad partner. You can walk away from any toxic job. Because you know that you will be fine. This lack of neediness is magnetic. It draws people to you because they want a piece of that freedom. They want to be around someone who doesn't need them, but chooses them. Consider the law of infection. Robert Greene warns us to avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. If you surround yourself with cheap people, people with no ambition, people who gossip, people who have no standards, you will become cheap by association. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your circle accepts mediocrity, you will accept mediocrity. To increase your value, you must ruthlessly curate your social circle. It is better to be alone than to be in the company of those who lower your market value. When you are seen with high status, high-value people, your value increases by proxy. But even more importantly, when you are seen alone, unbothered, and working on your mission, your value increases because you are demonstrating autonomy. You are showing that you do not need a pack to survive. You are the lone wolf, and the lone wolf is always more respected than the sheep in the herd. Finally, in this first part of your transformation, you must understand that value is not about what you have. It is about what you tolerate. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. If you allow someone to be late, you teach them your time is worthless. If you allow someone to raise their voice at you, you teach them you have no spine. If you allow someone to lie to you and you stay, you teach them you are a fool. The switch happens when you set a penalty for bad behavior. You do not get angry. You enforce consequences. The consequence is the withdrawal of your attention. It is the removal of your benefits. When people realize that every act of disrespect costs them something, it costs them your warmth, your help, or your presence, they will stop. They will walk on eggshells around you. And that is exactly where you want them. In part 2, we will go even deeper. We will discuss the dark art of creating competition to make people fight for your attention. We will talk about how to use strategic unpredictability to keep them off balance, and how to master the ultimate power move, the willingness to be disliked. But for now, look at your life. Look at the open doors. Look at the discount tags you have hung around your own neck. Tear them off. Close the door, silence the noise, and prepare to become the most expensive thing in their lives. Now that you have closed the door and stopped giving yourself away for free, we must move to the offensive. It is not enough to simply protect your value. You must aggressively inflate it. You must make the people around you feel that they are in a constant state of competition for your attention. This brings us to one of the most powerful laws in human nature. We want what others want. If you are sitting alone in a corner, available to no one but waiting for anyone, you are perceived as having low value. But if you are surrounded by people, or if you simply appear to be desired by others, your value skyrockets. This is social proof. To stop being cheap, you must create an atmosphere of rivalry around you. You must never let a romantic partner, a boss, or a friend feel that they have total ownership of you. Hint at your other options. Mention other people who appreciate your work. Let them know subtly that if they do not treat you right, there is a line of people waiting to take their place. You do not have to be arrogant about this. You just have to be honest. You are a high-value asset, and high-value assets are always in demand. When they realize that you are not a sure thing, they will fight to keep you. They will work harder, invest more emotion, and treat you with the delicate care reserved for things they are afraid to lose. This leads us to the concept of investment. One of the biggest reasons you feel cheap is that you are doing all the work. You are the one driving to see them. You are the one planning the dates. You are the one initiating the texts. In economics, this is a disaster. The person who invests the most is the person who has the most to lose. The person who invests nothing has no attachment. To force respect, you must flip this dynamic. You must become the receiver, not just the giver. Stop over-delivering. Stop trying to buy their affection with your effort. Instead, let them do favors for you. Let them come to you. Let them wait for you. The Benjamin Franklin effect states that when someone does a favor for you, they actually like you more because their brain has to justify why they spent their energy on you. They rationalize, I must value this person because I am doing this for them. By allowing others to invest their time, energy, and money in you, you are psychologically wiring them to value you. You are turning yourself into an expensive investment that they cannot afford to walk away from. Now let's discuss the power of unpredictability. Humans are pattern recognition machines. If you are predictable, you are boring. If you are boring, you are cheap. If someone knows exactly how you will react to a text, exactly what you will say in an argument, and exactly what you will do on a Friday night, they have you figured out. They have consumed you. To increase your value, you must become ungraspable. Change your patterns. If you are usually always available on weekends, disappear for a weekend with no explanation. If you are usually the peacemaker, suddenly become the one who is willing to start a war. If you are usually talkative, become silent. This sudden shift creates a short circuit in their brain. They can no longer predict you. This causes them to think about you constantly. Why did he do that? Is she angry? What is happening? The more time they spend analyzing your behavior, the more space you occupy in their mind. And in the game of power, mental real estate is the most valuable territory of all. Be the ocean, sometimes calm, sometimes stormy, but always deep and dangerous. Never be a stagnant pond. You must also master the art of the refusal. The word yes is the currency of the slave. The word no is the currency of the king. Cheap. People say yes to everything because they are afraid of missing out or afraid of disappointing others. High-value people say no to almost everything so that their yes actually means something. When you are always available for every coffee, every meeting, and every party, Your presence becomes diluted. It becomes common. But when you decline invitations, when you protect your time, people begin to wonder about you. What is he doing that is so important? They start to see your time as a scarce commodity. And when you finally do say yes to an invitation, they feel honored. They feel like they have won a prize. Do not give excuses when you say no. Do not lie. Simply say, "I can't make it," or "that doesn't work for me." Never explain yourself. Explanations are for subordinates. Leaders simply decide. By protecting your time, with the word no, you are placing a velvet rope around your life. You are creating exclusivity. Let's talk about emotional contagion. If you are constantly reacting to other people's emotions, getting angry when they are angry, sad when they are sad, you are cheap. You are a mirror reflecting their state back to them. You have no frame of your own. To increase your value, you must become the source of the emotional climate, not the thermometer. When chaos erupts around you, remain stoic. When others are panicking, remain calm. When someone tries to bait you into an argument, remain indifferent. This emotional self-control signals high status. It shows that you are the master of your own internal world. People are drawn to those who are unshakable because deep down, everyone is anxious. Everyone is looking for a rock to hold on to in the storm. Be that rock, but be a rock that is slightly out of reach. Do not let their drama penetrate your armor. When they see that they cannot manipulate your emotions, they will respect you. They will realize that you are operating on a higher frequency, one that they cannot easily disrupt. Another crucial aspect of value is your mission. A person without a purpose is cheap because they are drifting. They are waiting for someone else to give their life meaning. They make their partner their mission, or their job their mission. This puts you in a weak position. To be high value, you must have a purpose that is bigger than any relationship, bigger than any friendship, and bigger than any social circle. You must be on a path to mastery. Whether it is your career, your body, your art, or your business, you must be obsessed with your own potential. When people see that you are driven by a vision, they know that they are not the center of your universe. They know that if they leave, you will keep moving forward. This makes you attractive. It makes you formidable. It signals that you are going places, and if they want to come along, they better keep up. A man or woman with a mission is never cheap, because their time is dedicated to something higher. They do not have time to waste on petty games or disrespectful people. Consider the concept of the willingness to walk away. This is the ultimate negotiation tactic. In any deal, the person who needs the deal the most loses. In any relationship, the person who needs the other more loses power. You must cultivate a mindset of detachment. You must love yourself enough to know that you will be fine, no matter what happens. This does not mean you don't care about people. It means you care about your own dignity more. If someone crosses a line, if someone consistently undervalues you, you must be willing to cut them off. Cold turkey. No looking back. When you have this strength, people can feel it. They can feel that you are not bluffing. They sense that there is a line they cannot cross. This creates a natural boundary of respect. They will police their own behavior, because they don't want to trigger your departure. The moment you are afraid to lose someone, you have already lost them. The moment you are willing to walk away, you keep them forever. Finally, you must stop seeking closure. Cheap people are obsessed with closure. They want to know why. Why did you cheat? Why didn't you call? Why don't you like me? This need for explanation is a need for validation. You are asking them to define your reality. High-value people do not need closure because they provide it for themselves. The closure is the disrespect. The fact that they treated you poorly is the only answer you need. Do not chase people for answers. Do not write long letters explaining your feelings. Do not stalk their social media. Accept the reality, learn the lesson, and pivot. Your indifference to their reasons is the ultimate power move. It shows that their opinion of you is irrelevant. It shows that you define your own worth, and no external event can shake that foundation. This transformation from cheap to valuable, from ignored to respected, is not an overnight fix. It is a rewiring of your entire existence. It requires you to kill the part of you that begs for love. It requires you to birth the part of you that commands respect. It will be lonely at first. When you stop initiating, your phone might be quiet. When you set boundaries, people might leave. Good. Let them go. The silence is not emptiness. It is space. Space for new high-value people to enter. Space for you to build a life that you are proud of. You are shedding the dead skin of your old self. You are refining